singer, songwriter, producer, and Drivin' Ivan. Ivan Katz here to talk to you about this really cool guitar and a few others as well that are related. So this is a 1969 Fender Mustang. It's one of the competition guitars, but I bet you've never seen an orange one. They're very rare. This one is called actually Competition Copper. There was a Competition Orange officially, Competition Burgandy, which is blue, and well, smash that like button and subscribe, and then we'll get started. I'll tell you more. Have you done that yet? Please, thank you. All right, check out all my other guitar reviews too, and my video where I play all my Fender Mustangs. I have 16 plus or minus Fender Mustang guitars, and I play them all in a video. Plus I have another video of a Fender Mustang history. But this one, the Competition Copper, it's kind of extremely interesting actually. It was a Competition red guitar that faded to this color. They did have an orange actually, and it had like a yellow stripe, but that's not this one. This was the Competition red, and notice the matching headstock. I date it to 1969. The receipt when I bought it said 69.70. These things aren't cheap.Ey're quite expensive because, you know, the matching headstock and everything. What's the history? Brief history. In 1956, let me show you. Yes, that was, as I was saying, 1956. This is a Fender Duosonic, two pickups. You also had the Music Master, and they were released, as I said, in 1956 as student models. This one is a clone. It's a 2008 Fender Squier, basically Duosonic. I love this guitar, by the way. Pretty cheap in terms of a, well, pretty expensive in terms of a Squier, but well worth it. Really cool. And I've seen these before. I always wanted one, and I found a good used relative bargain, so I bought it, and I'm so glad to have it. I love Fender Mustang related guitars, but this one started all off smaller neck and basically a student model. You know, they were made to a little cheaper price point. The electric guitar was starting to come into fashion, and Fender wanted to capitalize on it. So they built these student models, and they became quite popular. But what next? Well, so in 1964, they released a red, white, and blue, very American guitar, student guitar, a little updated, called the Mustang. And that's what this one is. This is actually a, I believe it's a 1966, might be a 64. But like a lot of these, it got modified. It's got different tuners, and it's got different pickups, and it's basically been painted and tweaked. And so that's what happened to a lot of these. This one is not original by any stretch of the word. But anyway, they came out in 1964. The Ford Mustang was really hot, cars were really hot, and the Beatles were really hot. And they knew they could sell these guitars. So they made them red, white, and blue, and they capitalized on the Beatles and their Ed Sullivan performance in America. In fact, you can see, I have a story on where they stayed in Washington, D.C. That's a cool video you should watch, the Beatles in Washington, D.C. Check that one out. Elsewhere on YouTube. Might or might not be posted by the time you watch this, but it will be. So there you go. They capitalized on all of this Beatle mania, and everybody wanted to play guitar. So the red, white, and blue ones came out in 1964, and then this really. Don't worry, I'm going to play my Competition Copper Fender Mustang and a couple other surprises later too. But and again, you can check them all out on my Fender Mustang guitar review. So this one is a 1966. That last one is a 1964. Had the neck off and everything, verified it. This one's a 66. And again, red, white, and blue up until this point. But I hear that the white one's faded to yellow. This one, of course, has some very cool humbuckers. Again, a lot of these got modified, and this one I picked up as it is here, modified. But this one is a 66 Mustang. Very, very cool. You know, these are just very playable guitars. A lot of stars played them, you know, in the 80s even. You had all sorts of people from Garbage and just bands like that you'd see. Just Sonic Youth played them. So they were just really kind of cool. They've always been kind of desirable. They're very desirable in Japan, and they build some copies there. I'll show you one in a bit. And I don't know, I just think they're so cool. So then moving on, this one again is 1966. Yes, moving on to 1969, and the competition Mustangs were introduced. And this one again, 1969, so the first year, it was a red, competition red, they had competition orange, and they had competition burgundy, B-U-R-G-A-N-D-Y, and that's the blue one, believe it or not. Some of those had a little purple in them, some of them blue, so they were quite interesting guitars, and I'll show you in a moment. It's you know, my favorite guitar, the competition burgundy. I'll explain why in a second. But this one, 1969, they wanted to capitalize on the Shelby Mustangs, and they made them racier, so that's what they did here. Competition. Just capitalizing on the popularity of the Ford Mustang again, and the Shelby variant. You've all seen the movie Ford versus Ferrari. If you like Shelby, I actually met the man. I interviewed Pete Brock, and right in front of the Cobra Daytona when it was being inducted into the Historic Vehicle Registry. So if you like cars, search Drivin' Ivan and Shelby, and you'll see my review of the car, or Pete Brock, and you can see the Cobra Daytona and his interview in front of it. Very cool videos. That's my Drivin' Ivan site. But this one, again, sometimes I'll buy myself a birthday present, and this was a birthday present for me. I've always wanted one with a matching headstock, and this one was so unique with the competition copper. That's what they're called. It's not official. They just faded to this color, and so that's what you got. You want to hear how it sounds? Of course you do. Now, these are in and out of phase. Each pickup off in the middle. You see it's in the middle, nothing, and then in and out of phase. So you can get a lot of different sounds. Also the tone, of course. So you see very cool sounds, you know. Plus you had the wah, the whammy. I've got that in the case actually, but they all had kind of this crazy little round whammy bar. You'd shove it in there and you could just vibrato away, and that's another thing I love about them. So yeah, just a really cool, funky, very playable guitar. They're just great. very, very cool. Okay, 1969 competition copper Fender Mustang. Now for some surprises. Here we go. Okay, surprise, surprise, surprise. This is my first guitar, and I got it well before that band came out in 1990, 91. Yes, Nirvana. They came out, Kurt Cobain, of course, the whole huge explosion of Smells Like Teen Spirit, and this guitar, basically in the music video, I had this significantly a long time before that came out. So this is my first guitar, and I love it. You know, it was just my first guitar, Fender Mustang. Now this is kind of interesting because it's as you can see, it's competition Burgandy and Fender Mustang, and I've had the neck off. It dates to 1975, and you're going to see on most of the sites out there that they stopped making the competition in 1973. Well, I've been told that they made a few more and they had the parts lying around. This is a 1975. I've seen the neck, and it was my first guitar. So there you go. Here's how it sounds. Yep, feels like home to me. Short scale neck, 22 frets. They had two different sizes for the Mustang, and they were all maple necks with rosewood fingerboards. After a while, the Music Master was not, but they added the rosewood. And then later on, you could get them with maple necks, actually. I have one of those too. Again, watch that Mustang video of mine. You'll see a whole bunch of them. But this is my #1 first guitar, and so that's why Mustangs are so near and dear to me. I love them, and let me show you another surprise. Why not? Surprise, surprise, it's the same guitar. No, it's not. It's not the same guitar. What this one is actually a 1993 or 4 Japanese Fender Mustang, and it's just like the competition. The Japanese do a really good job with guitars. You can see my reviews of Japanese Fenders versus the American ones. I have a Strat video, you can watch that one. It's pretty cool. All sorts of videos actually where I compare Korean, Japanese, Chinese, American. So check those out. But this one, really good copy, and I have used this on stage before. As you see, I have my custom strap here done by my brother, which is really cool. And it has Seymour Duncan pickups, which is pretty cool. So let's hear how it sounds. Why not? Nirvana-like piece that I kind of made up, but you know, I don't really play any original music on my guitar reviews, and I try not to play any of anybody else's music either for copyright and things like that. But if you want to see my original music, check out my Free Your Mind music video that has a lot of my guitar collection in it. Super cool video, my COVID project, a lot of my car collection too. And also check out my other originals, What Would I Say, Down, 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 and just a lot of original music out there. You can see some of my Ink video channel. The Anxiety song is a cool one. Mystery, Past Relations, I think I put on my Ink video TikTok. That's with song stories. Recently I've done some cool song stories. Jim Morrison's Life and Death in Paris, and also U2 in Dublin, and I got a really special Beatles one coming up. Plus I did John Lennon's Rickenbacker guitar recently, so check that one out. But let's move on with this one. Still getting some cool sounds out of it. That's not one of them though. Very, very versatile. My newer Japanese version of the competition Burgandy Mustang. You can see why I bought it, just like my 1975. And really, really cool with the Seymour Duncan pickups. And these are black right here. That's a little different, but they got it pretty right. And you know, the neck is really nice and polished. It's just a really nice, really nice playable copy, and you don't have to bring the vintage one out all the time, you know. But guitars were meant to be played, so I'm not sure what your opinion is on that, but I think they should be brought out and played. Surprise, surprise, surprise! What sort of Fender Mustang is this? What if I told you it was a Gibson? Well, in the mid-60s, basically, 1968, this is a Gibson Kalamazoo, USA, KG-A1. And it'd be an A2 if it had, I believe that's the designation of this guitar, if it had two pickups. But KG-1A or KG-2A, anyway, I'm getting a little confused. But this is 1968, best I could date it. They were made in 67, 68, 69. And Gibson wanted in. You know, these Mustangs were popular. So they built a small-scale student model Gibson in their Kalamazoo plant. And it's just kind of capitalizing on the Fender Mustang's popularity. The neck is a little chunkier, but just one pickup, so you can. Isn't that cool? They were so popular that everybody wanted in. Now the later Gibson Kalamazoos were also clones of another guitar. They look like SGs. So there you go. It was a stripped down, cheaper version, and it's a pretty good Mustang copy actually. And oh, sorry, pretty vintage and pretty cool too. So I like it. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think so far of this video in the comments. do check out all my other guitar reviews too. Got one more surprise coming up right now for you. Woohoo! Ta-da! And one more surprise. Look at this one. Very cool. Now, I saw this was available and I rushed out to get it. I happened to be in Chicago at the time. And Chicago Music Exchange, I think they owned Reverb at one point. I'm not sure what the deal is with there, but something about that. Anyway, this is a 2021, as you see what it says, Squier Mustang. And, well, Chicago Music Exchange sells a lot of guitars. It's a great store. You should go if you're ever there. And they did these special edition, actually. They create their own special colors of models, and it's really cool, actually. I think it's, I love this one. What do you guys think of it? It's a blue competition with a white stripe. And it's got white pickups too. Just, I think it's so good. It's very playable. Squier too. I have a lot of Squier Mustangs, as you see in that other video I keep mentioning. But another cool guitar strip, I forgot what it was called. I got a, what was that called? A Dan Electro Wild Thing. That's a really cool guitar too. I had to do a review of that one. I think that's already posted. I've been posting a lot of guitar reviews lately like that. John Lennon, Rickenbacker, and it has my other Rickenbackers in there as well, so check that out. But this is a very, very cool Squier competition blue with white stripe Mustang, and here's how it sounds. So, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I love this one, honestly. Now I've created a song for you. So if you go watch my other videos, yeah. So there you go, watch my guitar reviews, check out my documentaries, real reality and poker. If you like cars or strutting in any car, Chris Isaac's in middle video. Video channel has a lot of solos. Rolling GTA 5, it's like a DJ jazz or a step. If you wanna know how to program the Fender Mustang, then watch on my channel. Search cars and driving for your favorite. Thank you so much for watching this Thanks so much. I'm producer, singer, songwriter, and driving Ivan Katz. Have a great day.